Hello out there, all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you very much for lending me your time and your ear and listening into another gamer memories story from me. Um, and this one is like this probably won't take very long, but um, when I was younger, my best friend and I, my best friend's name is Deontay. We used to play on his Sega Genesis because he owned it on this game, Tailspin. Like we played that game a lot when we were younger, um, and I don't think we ever beat that game. I really don't think we ever beat that game. But we used to play the game Tailspin a whole hell of a lot. Like it's one of those. It's a action platformer, but like it's actually pretty fun, and it's fun by yourself. But it's a lot more fun with two people playing it because you have one person playing as Baloo, and I forgot the smaller bear's name. It's been so long since I've like seen Tailspin or played that game, so you'll have to forgive that one. That since I can't remember it, it's been quite a while. It's been like years since we touched that game. But we used to play this game, and like we would blow through the levels until we got to like this one area that was like a pyramid like type of thing, like it was like a labyrinth in it. And I remember the first time we got to it, we played so hard trying to get through that level, and we could not find the exit. And the bad thing is, like the I think the stages are timed, so if you run out of time, you die. And we got to the point where we got down to our last life. It was like, fuck it, we can't we can't figure out how to get through this level. We can't figure out how to get through this maze. We're going in through all sorts of doors. Like we literally died like 4 or 5 times. This is how many lives we had built up. We died like 4 or 5 times and had to restart. I was like, what the? I was like, we were so pissed. And then we just like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to make sure that we're gonna have fun with this shit. We're gonna play tag. We're gonna run back and forth, chasing each other throughout the damn level, running in random doors. And oddly enough, doing that, we ended up making it out of the maze in like less than a minute and a half. And I was like, we both sat there like, why didn't we do this before? Like, why didn't we try this before? Because obviously that's what works. Then there's the level after that is like a sky chase type thing. I'm like, that level is hard as hell itself. But I remember that so vividly because it was like we were trying so hard. We were both so frustrated with that game, like so pissed. And then we got to the point whenever we got to that stage, we didn't even look for the exit. We just played tag until we ended up out. And usually we'd be out of there like 2 to 3 minutes running back and forth chasing each other. We would be done with that level. Like, and that was the funny thing. Like, somehow that strategy to just fuck around got us out of there. But every time we actually tried to remember how to get out of the fucking place, we could never remember it. We like, and I remember that so badly. It was like how come we can't find our way out of this, but we can mess around and end up beating the level. Like, so we just got, like I said, we just got to the point when it came down to it. It was like, fuck it. Whenever we're here, we're gonna play. We're gonna act like we're playing tag and just chase each other back and forth throughout the level. It's not like the characters could actually damage each other, but we just play tag in the sense that if one person caught up to the other one and passed them or whatever, they take off running the other direction, and it for some reason worked. It always worked. I I don't know how it always worked, but it always worked. And that's just like one of those things. Like with that particular game, I don't even know now if we sat down and played it if we wouldn't do that. I have a feeling we probably would, just because I mean now we could definitely figure it out probably a lot more easily, because back then when we were kids we weren't really paying attention to what we were doing. We were just trying to play the game and beat it, and that was like that level threw a big wrench in the plans. So just thinking about that, I was like, out of sheer boredom, we found a way to get out of the level and still have fun with the game, even though we were like pissed off with it. Like we definitely like super frustrated with that game, and yet we found a way to make it through it and have fun at the same time. Like so, like and that did end up working to our advantage because as we got better at the game and better at the levels, we'd make it further with more lives. We just never actually beat that game. I don't recall us ever beating that game. That's another hard ass game to play and beat is Talespin. It's not like it's super hard. It's just like they have a shared life system. I think like so any extra lives you earn are shared between the two characters playing. And with that sort of system, it can be easy to die and lose continues pretty quickly. So I was just I don't know like thinking about that. I was like that was a weird, fun, interesting story I could throw at you guys. So any of you got any weird gaming stories you'd like to share? Like I have no problem reading them down in the comments. Like I like thinking about it, and I'm like, and I can picture like us as kids sitting down in front of his Genesis, and like and he brought the game over to my house, so we played on my Genesis too and stuff. But I can remember, I can just I can see us playing the game and just sitting there chucking it up, laughing at each other, running back and forth across the screen, like just arbitrarily trying to tag each other, just so that we could make it through the level. Like, and it for some reason it made that particular part when we got there, we were like super excited just because of that. Like because it wasn't hard anymore. It was fun, and we were just not paying attention to what we were doing until we ended up making it out of the stage. So that's it. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more of my stuff, and until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.